All right, we got viewers. So what's up, guys? My #1 subscriber. All right, so I'll let you guys know. So just now, what happened? My battery died on my phone. So but now we're back. Got a full battery, and we are rolling. We are rolling to a 53 injury. What that means in English is car accident with injuries. Now, I am not thinking much of this. I'm not expecting much from this. It's not a confirmed person trapped in the vehicle. But if there are in fact folks injured, I'm gonna capture it on my gimbal here, which you guys are gonna see the most stable video ever. I'll show you what it looks like. I don't know if anyone is. If you're into video and stuff, you're gonna know what this is. So put the phone on here. You press the button and it pretty much stabilizes. No matter how I shake it, it's gonna stay stable there. And I have controls here to control the tilting and panning and such. I think you guys are gonna like it. And you see here, conditions are responding. Oh, wait a minute. Where did they go?
Nice toll device and another 20-minute ETA.
They're going the wrong way. But you know what? We're going the right way. Unless, of course, they are going to a different job. Then that's a different story. Oh, I said a dead animal? That is nasty. Yeah, this is, I believe, around this area is like the Jewish section of Williamsburg, Brooklyn. All right, we got another car accident coming in Brooklyn. It's about to go to bed, but your notification popped up and I pressed it. And there you go. And we're here. Don't forget, stringers don't sleep at night. We work at night. Maybe a little nap sometimes, which I just took. Don't tell anyone. Looks like they have a traffic situation over there. I'm gonna put my coat on. Yeah, I also missed the turn, which is not very smart. But that's because I'm on this live thing. I don't have my GPS. I may have to get another phone. That might make things much easier. Yours is better because you drive around and you go and get to the action, not like Scott. I mean, it's different things. We do similar things and different things, you know? Scott talks to folks, and me, I mean, I've got to focus on uploading videos. And not just my videos, but my guys' videos as well. So I'm usually pretty busy. I don't have time to go live and talk to you guys. And I noticed Scott was saying, you know, sometimes he misses jobs because he's talking to you guys and he's going live. But yeah, I definitely don't want to be in that position. But then again, Scott has been doing this a long time. I've been doing this under 2 years. So I need all the jobs I can get. And yeah, we're coming up to the accident right here. Like I said, I am not anticipating much from this. It's just a car accident with injuries. But I really want to use that gimbal and just like show you guys an accident, I guess. Check it out, you got a fire truck rolling 10-8. So you know it's not a big deal. The other truck looks like they stayed behind though. And it looks like, I believe we are going to have parking. You know, I'm going to...
Harry, Zebra, Eddie, 2A02.
All right, let's go. I'm going to transfer you guys to the gimbal here. Watch how cool this is. You guys ready? Once I hit this button, boom, you're stable. And I can even run with this and it should be fine. I don't know if I want to run though. Yeah, you see how smooth this is, right? I can even focus it on myself. Can even focus it on myself and run like this. And it's still not shaky, which is great. So I do see a stretcher out. Don't know if there's an extrication or not. All right. So this seems kind of expected Uber driver. Not sure if they're about to extricate somebody or what. Looks like 2 or 3 vehicles involved. The airbags deployed on one of the vehicles here. Man, it's Broadway and Hooper. Yeah. Confines at a 9-0 probably. There's a Link NYC right here, so it's going to be, your streaming quality is going to go up. I'm going to hit the Wi-Fi. Yeah, your streaming quality is going to go way up right now. Looks like a possible RMA. So 2 possible RMAs. You got so you got 1 lane taken out on the westbound of Broadway. Smell a 1010 narco. Another angle. Looks like the Uber driver is okay. He's talking on the phone here. Got Interfaith EMS right here. Staffed by Senior Care EMS, private ambulance in New York City. No victims in the bus. Yeah, you're right. Train is loud. So it is a Saturday night. A lot of party folks in the bars. It's a little busy bar area. You caught this girls waving. They seem pretty friendly. They got airbags deployed.
Oh,
Yeah. Somebody's Uber. Yeah, I don't know whose Uber that was. Yeah. You know what? I don't know if it's one or two Ubers. In New York City, you can tell the cars are Ubers with the plates have on T, 6 numbers, then a C. It's like Uber everywhere. Pretty much has taken over the yellow cabs in New York City. So I'm sure you guys are seeing this pretty high quality as far as streaming goes. Actually just one Uber, yeah. And if anyone is noticing how high quality it is, it's because of this guy right here, Lincoln YC. If anyone does not know about this, it's super fast Wi-Fi. We're talking 200 to 300 megabytes a second. It's ridiculous. Amazing quality, no buffering, 720p. Yeah, that is correct, yeah. So, I mean, next time I buy a Lincoln YC and I'm streaming live, I'm definitely going to be turning on the Wi-Fi like I am now because quality is just great. Thank you for never using clickbait. Hey, you know, you got to be about real news in this day and age and be honest about what you're posting. I just put car accident. I didn't even put anybody was hurt. I didn't say Uber driver, like 3-car accident involving Uber driver or anything. I probably will put that later, but probably because I didn't know what I was rolling to. No dabbing allowed. That's hilarious. You must not be a fan of dabbing.
Yo, Lee! Where you bought that?
Yeah, what's up? No dabbing. So yeah, you said you've seen me in Scott's chat. Yeah, we do go live in New York City. Also check out our usual videos, which are of much higher quality. But yeah, I'm about to get out of here as well because it's just a 53 injury. Nobody's trapped and nobody's dead, so probably won't make the news. Honestly, even if somebody was trapped, it doesn't necessarily make the news either. Especially if they're transported in stable condition. So I just want to run just to see how awesome this gimbal is. run through the back to the car. I got that speed there. So you got to get the blood flow, you know. Really wasn't a job, but it was a good. It was a good test, you know. And I'll use it. If only I had a stand for this thing. No. Press the. By the way, we posted a little preview of a job. How much could someone labs NYC? As in money? Well, first of all, you do want to treat it as something like a hobby that pays sometimes. Realistically, Overturn Auto in New Jersey. We're not going over there. You want to treat it as a hobby that pays sometimes. You also want to treat it as an entry-level work in journalism, because you work as a stringer and you're a student, let's say a broadcast journalism student, and then you want to work at a news station. The stringer work is gonna, I think, come in handy, especially the cameramen I've spoke to at stations. They're saying that stringer experience is great, and in some cases may not even need a degree. They'll train you, especially if you have experience, or maybe a combination to some college, or no, not stripper one, some college, or perhaps you completed a degree on broadcast journalism. Newswatch considered entry level. A stringer is considered entry level. Yes, because depending on the stringer organization or group or company that you join, they may not have the strictest requirements, right? Like, oh, you gotta have a broadcast journalism degree, and you gotta work at a news station, and all that kind of stuff. You know, you gotta think that stringers are guys, they buy a radio, they buy a camera. I mean, maybe they're already good at photography or videography, and someone gets them into it. Next minute, you know, they're rolling to different accidents, crimes, fires. They're filming it, and they're sending it in through the stringer company. And it's not, I wouldn't say it's the hardest thing in the world, but you definitely have to have a lot of different skills, right? Whether it's knowing the codes for the radios, whether it's knowing how to operate a camera, whether it's knowing about composition, what does a good photo or video look like, you know? Social skills, very important, especially getting those interviews. I know guys that have worked with us who are known to never get interviews. A lot of different skills. Writing skills. We write thorough narratives to accompany our video when it's sent to our to the outlets, to the stations, newspapers, etc. You gotta drive. So I listed already, what, 5 different skills, right? Driving, shooting, writing, speaking, being a buff. Knowing the radios is pretty much about being a buff, unless of course you're a retired cop, you're an EMS, fire, whatever, that, you know, you already know the codes through because it was your job, or maybe you were a dispatcher, you know. So all these different skills combine to help you being a successful stringer. Now, of course, if you own a stringer organization or company, then yeah, it's like business skills, right? But I'm sure you're only concerned about stringers and stringer work. Someone asked, how much could you make? Sometimes you don't make anything. Sometimes you, on one job, you could make $1,000. Sometimes on one small job in one little sale, you can make $50 to $100. It depends on a lot of different factors. It depends also on the stringer company, the commissions that they pay out, right? It depends on how many stations purchase. It depends on what market you are selling stringer footage in. Different markets pay different prices. New York City, by the way, is the #1 television market. LA is #2 as far as viewership and cable subscriptions or whatever it is. Keep that in mind. So if you're in a really small town, I would not expect to get the same rates as, say, New York City. All right. So how much you can make with Loud Labs really depends on a lot of different factors. Not to mention, when you start out with us, the commission is lower, and as you gain either more experience, equipment, or you bring more value to your videos, such as interviews, right? You will get an increased commission based on those factors. I know folks who have worked in the past, I've really changed up a lot of things as far as like the commission rates and percentages and all that kind of stuff. We're always evolving, and we want to reward folks who are the closest to that ideal stringer, right? Someone who drives, someone who has a camcorder or a professional camera, someone who consistently gets interviews, someone who knows all the radios, has a bunch of radios in his car, has a laptop, can edit on the fly, right? That's the ideal stringer. Whereas someone starting out might be just having a cell phone and don't drive, you know, and that's really tough for those guys. So, but some of them do want to get better, and they do, you know. Let's see what else. Are you from LA Loud Labs? No, I'm not from Los Angeles. So we were formerly NYC 911 News. If you look up our old videos, you will see that it has the bug or the watermark saying NYC 911 News. So we started that in May of 2017, I believe, right? And we've been doing that for about until early this year, right? So almost a year, and that's when we met Scott, Victor. One of our guys went to Los Angeles and met Victor. Then Victor came over here, rode with me. You can watch the video with me and Victor. Wait a minute. Yeah, Victor actually has to post that video, but you can watch the video that our guy Chris filmed while he was riding with Victor in Los Angeles. We did post that. What made us join the Loud Labs brand? So that's the story how we met Loud Labs Los Angeles. And what happened was they were looking to expand, right? And we were looking to have more brand recognition. Sure, some folks already knew NYC 911 News. However, just being on Netflix, right? When you hear Loud Labs, at least folks who know what's going on or have seen the show or know about the stringer community, or you know, you're in the press community or whatever, you're gonna know Loud Labs. You see Loud Labs, you're thinking professionalism. You're thinking, oh, these guys were on Netflix. You're thinking these guys know what they're doing. They're professionals, and of course, You know, there's just a ton of other benefits from joining the Loud Labs brand. And any stringers who are up and coming in their city, or maybe they're confused, they don't know what they're doing, or they want to join a team that is nationally recognized, and which is now nationwide in select cities, of course, definitely highly recommend joining us. Of course, show that you're actually doing stringer work already and not somebody who is not doing nothing, you know? Or move to New York City. We're always recruiting, always recruiting. I used to follow Now News. When I woke up, see the new videos, see their names. Said Loud Labs #1 in LA is going to bring New York City. Can't wait. Yep, that is correct. And you do, I don't know if you noticed, but our professionalism has gone up as far as the content. Don't get me wrong, sometimes sure people film with their cell phones. I'm never going to tell those guys no, because it's our guys with cell phones, it's still better than whatever crap you see on the Citizen app, for the most part, right? Because if you look on the Citizen app, what do you see? I shouldn't have even mentioned that app. What do you see? It's people like this. Oh shit, I can't believe, yo. Look at that fire, yo. Oh shit. That's people on the Citizen app. Yeah, that's not professional. It's not stable. No one on the Citizen app will interview people, work for them. They had a format that they wanted us to follow. Do interviews, narrate over the video, and get high quality, stable shots. Newswatch, no. So here's the thing. We have a love-hate relationship with the Citizen app. So we like it because, yes, we can look at the Citizen app as a reference point for jobs that are coming up, right? Whether it's addresses, like if we miss an address on the radio, or let's say I just hit the road. I haven't been listening to the radios for the last, hour or so. I just hit the road. I can just quickly scan through the Citizen app and see what possibly are some priority jobs that I can hit right now, versus, oh, let's turn on all the scanners and listen for 5 minutes. Of course, there's another app as well that you got to pay for. I won't mention it. That app is great as well. But they focus on the most newsworthy stories. Stories you'll never see on Citizen because it's taboo or whatever. Whether it's like suicidal people or like, they just won't post that kind of stuff. They're kind of like the news sometimes because, it's taboo, or, you're not supposed to talk about suicide or something. Does Citizen take business from us? I want to say yes and no, right? When I say yes, they take business from us, it's when the news is just looking for some quick B-roll clips to talk over. So they have the Citizen app, and they got someone was filming maybe flames of a fire. Stringers, we try our best to get flames of a fire, for example. We don't always get it. We might show up, there's just smoke. But then we'll get interviews, we'll get professional, stabilized, tripoded shots of the scene, right? Professional quality footage, we call it B-roll, and interviews. And what happens is that they're like, you know what, we don't need to pay what they're charging. Let's just do some free video from the Twitter, or let's use free video from the Citizen app, which the video isn't terrible. It's also low resolution, right? And they're like, you know what, why not save this amount of money and use this for free? Because we don't necessarily need the interviews. We're just looking to talk about a fire that happened for 10 seconds or 15 seconds or whatever. and that's it. What I do notice is that when they are sending a reporter to a story, like let's say a big story, like the recent one we had all the stations, man slashed in the face in the subway. Why do people care about that? Because it happened in a public place. Millions of people, New Yorkers, ride the subway every day. Of course they're going to care about someone getting stabbed right in front of them, right? So I had the victim, I had the witness interview. Those are all very important things. And if they're going to say breaking news overnight, man slashed in the face, and they spend 2 minutes of time covering that story, then it's probably going to be worth it to buy the stringer video as well. That's how I see it. In some cases, they do just want, like, you guys probably watched the show about Scott packaging stuff. Yes, we package stuff. So maybe they're looking to get a bunch of stories and just talk over them. So it just depends a lot of factors. A lot of competition, like Finney response videos. I got nothing to say about Finney response videos except good things about it. He's a good guy, right? He's a young guy, right? He's very active in Manhattan. In some cases, I've seen him outside of Manhattan, but Manhattan is usually where I notice his videos are at. I wouldn't say that he is competition per se. Maybe if I'm in Manhattan as well, especially around where he might usually be at, sure, might be competition if he got the fire. But what you'll never see in his videos, so Finney response videos is he's primarily a fire buff who does videos, and he also does kind of operate like a stringer as well, right? Where you will see his work on the New York Post or NBC and stuff like that. But he is primarily a fire buff. You know, these guys, I don't know if you guys heard about fire buffs. They, I believe most fire buffs, if they're young, do become firefighters. But then there's older fire buffs who, I don't know what their story is, either retired firefighters or they always still want to be a firefighter. I don't know what the deal is, or maybe they even just volunteer as a firefighter. They're not full time, but they just read up on fire buffs. They like everything fire and firefighting. They'll even wear like FDNY gear, and some cops might even mistake them for firefighters because they got the radio strap, they got the radio, they got the FDNY jacket or the job shirt, whatever. But then you with the camera, that's kind of like the giveaway that they might be someone just doing video, or maybe cops might think they're with the FDNY doing video for the FDNY. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I got nothing but good things to say about him. I see him sometimes at fires primarily, and cool guy. We always like shoot the shit or whatever. Just talk about fires, equipment, gear, and stuff. So no, I definitely don't see him as competition. He's there. I mean, there's one guy in the daytime that I always see, and there's another guy at nighttime I always see. Right? Those two guys, I got nothing but good things to say about them as well. Right? They are. They have a very professional conduct in the field, right? And when I see them, we always, it's like you don't get the sense that there's a hostility, right? Because, and even one of them, I have their number. I'll like go back and forth, texting them or whatever. The other guy, every time I see him, I know my name. I'll say, hey, how you doing, man? And same back. So those are the two main stringers that I see very, very often. Everybody else I do not see often at all. Everybody else they do this as more of a hobby, as a quarter-time job. That is my impression. If what I just said was not true, then I would see them at a lot of jobs. As often as I see the New York Post and Daily News photographers, who I also know by name and by face, and I see them almost every night. And I know when to expect this guy working or that guy working because they're very consistent. And so are we, right? That's when you know who's full-time and doing this for a living and who's just like, oh yeah, it's a little side hustle, quarter-time job, not even part-time job. That's really honestly the difference. And have you been a stringer when you lived in Philly? No, I lived in Pittsburgh. Randy, where's the content tonight? So we just rolled to a car accident. I'm about to finish this up so you guys can like rewind it or whatever. I do believe I'm still on the Wi-Fi, so this should be super high quality. I see Loud Labs on Bronx and Brooklyn, but I hear they don't pay for stringer videos. Hey, Newswatch, are you Andrew? I suspect you're Andrew because you would keep asking me about News 12 paying and not paying. So we won't go into details about our accounts with news stations, but what I will say is this. Every broadcast that you've ever seen us post on Instagram and Facebook, every broadcast from every news station that has been aired or published, web or print, has been paid for. We do not give video for free. Maybe if you're starting out as a stringer, you may want to give it for free. Me personally, when I started out, I still never gave anything for free. Pittsburgh is awesome. Go to Southside, Carson Street Bar or Crawl. It's an awesome time. You go from Jack's Bar to like Tiki Lounge to the other end. It'll take you like the whole night. You will get positively intoxicated. And Pittsburgh girls are awesome. Yeah, Pittsburgh girls are awesome. Do you know Magisterium 1 YouTube? He films FDNY. Yes, so the same thing about Magisterium. He's primarily a fire buff. Now, what I don't see him so often enough, again, just like Finney response videos, they're not, to me, they're not a legitimate threat because they only do fire jobs, right? Because they only do fire jobs, I am not going to see them at a shooting. I am not going to see them at a pin job. Okay, pin jobs maybe because firefighters are on scene. I'm not going to see them at a anything that's not a fire or anything that's no firefighters there, or like a crazy accident, or you know, they don't have a brand name, so it's not so popular. Yeah, Magisterium. Yeah, they don't have a brand name. Finney response videos. That's pretty much his brand name, Magisterium. Magisterium. His name is John Ramos, but his brand, I guess, is Magisterium. LA Police Fire Buff. What's up, man? How you doing? Make sure you have your license though, so you know what story that was. I don't know what you mean, your license. All right, guys, so I did not hear any priorities right now, honestly. You know what? I may continue talking to you guys, but I want to just check real quick if there's any job. Hey, Lou, how you doing? Lou, are you TC? Are you TC, by the way, Lou? Because I know TC was, you know, the Video Vultures guy. Met him at a building collapse. Works for Channel 7 now. Oh, okay. So you know him. So hey, Lou. So you used to work with TC or what? But yeah. But yeah. If anyone wants to know what stringing was like back in the day in New York City, YouTube video vultures, right? It's crazy the kind of work that they used to do, because it's very similar, and they'll talk about similar, and they'll talk about, yeah, we're going to a pin job, yeah, we're going to jump it down, and I'm thinking, wow, that's exact vocabulary they still used back when, right? And the only difference, they don't, you know, they're not gonna just like feed your footage with, you know, I got my laptop right here, right? Yeah, what I heard was they made copies of the tapes and had to physically go to the news stations and deliver those tapes. I should probably plug this phone in. And we're plugged in. Yeah, they would actually go running up to the elevators, delivering the tapes and all that. And that's kind of crazy. I guess after a certain time at night where you're not doing jobs anymore, you would have time to like go into the city, deliver tapes and all that, you know. Check out, PD is rolling to somewhere. I believe they're rolling to an EDP or something. Something about a drunk guy throwing around tables and chairs. If I can hear the pneumatics again for that, maybe we'll go there just for fun, especially if it's close by. Oh yeah, you said you just saw the channel and started watching it. Yeah, hey, thanks for you know, subscribing, watching. We do try and release as much high quality content as we can.
On Charlie 1.
Where's this EDP at? Drunk guy throwing.
See if I was holding a 30 till he affects that Manhattan and show.
Where's this EDP at? So yeah, guys, I'm gonna position myself in a better position. And anything else goes over, I will be going live. I will keep my phone plugged in, so I don't die on you guys again. And if I definitely know it's a BS job, I'll use this bad boy right here. You guys really enjoyed this gimbal, because compared to what I usually use, it was super stable. Have you explored the paid membership option for YouTube? Newswatch. Yeah, I gotta check that out, but we do get paid through monetized videos. So the paid membership, I believe someone has mentioned someone can donate to while I'm live or something like that, right? So yeah, I gotta check that out. I'll probably consult with Scott in regards to that option as well. So yeah, hey, anything else, guys? If you guys wanna hit me up, contact us, whatever, you know, Adam@loudlabs.com. You can also do the DM on Instagram, which is, I believe, more effective than the direct message on Facebook, which sometimes takes me a while to get to, I think. But whatever's more convenient for you guys, you know, especially one, you know, definitely DM me or whatever. Oh wow, I had no idea. Yeah, Juan, feel free to, you know, direct message me. You don't have to only talk to me on here, wait for this to go down. Feel free to message me on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Through the Loud Labs NYC site, of course. So I'm not gonna say goodnight because there might be more jobs. So I'll see you guys on the next live video. I will be also releasing some videos from last night. 2 crazy jobs. Box truck that went on the divider right? So this is the divider. The box truck went like this, taking out both lanes on the opposite directions. Clinton.
ETA was 340.
And the other job was a car that ejected 6 people from the vehicle. And you can see firefighters carrying these guys, and they're like screaming in pain. And yeah, it was terrible, but it was crazy how the car went over the guardrail. Just crazy. So yeah, I'll probably be releasing those videos soon. Look forward to those tonight or tomorrow, whatever. And I'll catch you guys on the next job. Have a good night. I'm 10-7. And yeah, I don't know what that 10-7 in fire is recheck the address. In New York City, 10-8 would be the fire code for available status. For police, would be 1098 for available status. Alrighty, take care, guys. Reporting live from Williamsburg section of Brooklyn, Adam West for Loud Labs, New York City.